Hello everybody, it is Nicole from Ikiwi, and today we will be reviewing the Artscape watercolor set. As a disclaimer, I did receive these items for free in exchange for my honest review, so let's go ahead and get started. So the watercolor set that I received is a 12 pack, but also comes in other sizes. I believe there's a 24 pack, but the one I received is a 12 pack with the 21 milliliter size tubes. Now, because it was a 12 pack, it seemed like there was a limited selection of colors, so it did have some reds, yellows, greens, blues, and browns, and then there's a black and white. So as you see right now, I am doing swatches for you guys, and the main thing that I found kind of disappointing was that the browns look almost identical, and one of them is supposed to be a burnt sienna, and one of them is supposed to be a burnt umber. And from my experience, burnt umber is darker and less red than the burnt sienna, but in this one it seemed like it was the same. So then when I used it with my my drawing, where I did need a darker like chocolate brown, it didn't have it. However, these colors are very vibrant, and I found that they are very easy to apply, and you can dilute it to whatever shade you need. They're pretty easy to mix, and you can mix the colors that you need, so that's what I ended up doing, is mixing the brown that I needed. I think the size of these tubes are actually a pretty good size or amount of paint, especially if you're going to dilute a lot of it with the water and not use a lot of it straight out of the tube. The only issue I had was white tends to be the color that I use a lot, so like almost half my tube is missing, but that might just be me. So the 12 count set retails for $20 on Amazon. All the links are down below if you guys are curious and want to check it out. I think it would make a pretty good Christmas present if you guys are thinking about that right now. Especially for artists that like watercolors or want to dabble in some other art supplies. I think they're really good quality. They are marked as artist grade. So compared to like student grade, which is lower quality, these ones are a step higher. And which explains why the quality is so much better when it's painting. It's more vibrant, easier to use, and easy to mix with. So my overall quick review for this is that I really like the quality. I think that it's very vibrant, the colors are very good, the quality is good. The only thing I had an issue with is that the two browns were pretty much identical, and I was expecting burnt umber to be darker because it would have helped me in my painting, but they are basically the same, and I didn't really like that part. But other than that, I think that I really like these colors and the quality of the My Artscape watercolor paints. So let's go ahead and talk about the art. Today I decided to do a dessert-inspired girl with some fashion. It was actually inspired by a company called The Shoe Bakery, and they make shoes inspired by baked goods like cupcakes and cakes and stuff. So that was the main inspiration, but I decided to take it to the next level, I guess, and not only the shoes, but decided to make the dress also inspired, and her hair, just overall color scheme inspired by desserts. So today's theme was mint chocolate chip, and I really like how this one turned out. The one thing I had an issue with was that I accidentally made the green, the first green that I made, was the wrong shade of green, especially for mint. I think I accidentally went for a teal color, but it was not supposed to be teal, it was supposed to be mint green, and ultimately ended up just making the dress teal. In the beginning, you may have saw that I used this new product, and it is a masking fluid. I talk more about that in the behind the scenes episode, so if you guys are curious about that, go ahead and check it out in the link below, because I go more in depth with the materials and talk about like what I use, my process, and stuff like that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that series as well. Anyways, so I use this masking fluid to create a even background with the wash, and I made it really light. I didn't realize this because I forgot that watercolor dries lighter. So it turned out really light, and I'm not sure if you could see it in the picture, but if I could go back, I probably would make it a little bit darker, or at least do some kind of accent to it, or a gradient, something to make it like stand out a little more. As I mentioned in the beginning, the browns were pretty similar, so I had to mix a lot of my own browns. So I did take some of yellow ochre and the burnt sienna to make her skin, although again it kept being like too light for some reason, and then it got really red at some point, and I didn't want her to be all red, so, or like red sand, you know, that color. So I tried to change it up. And then another thing was for her hair, I didn't want to be the same color as her skin. I wanted to be darker to give contrast. And I did this in a color comp just so I can figure out my darks and lights, because I'm trying to add more contrast into my drawings. And to get this brown, I'm going to talk about it again in the behind the scenes, but I had to mix some of the browns with the yellow ochre and a blue, just so I can get it to that darkness. And then I added a bunch more colors just to get it the right shade. Now, my favorite part of this drawing or painting was actually the waffle cone top. So I really like how that one turned out. I did do a light grid on it in the beginning, and then I just used the paint, the yellow ochre, and I mixed in a little bit of brown and a little bit of the skin tone that I used. And I got this pretty good waffle cone color. And then I just shaded in one half of the diamonds and then left the rest of it like kind of white or fade to white by diluting it with water, which gave this kind of like 3D effect. So that was one of my favorite parts in the entire painting. Anyways, as a recap, the My Artscape watercolors are available online on Amazon. Go ahead and check out the link down below. I really like them. I like how vibrant they are. I just don't like that the browns were the same. I'm not sure if that was a mistake, but yeah, they were not different to me. I think they're very affordable and they're really good quality. If you do want more colors, there is a 48 count set that is for about $40, also on Amazon, and I'll leave another link down below if you guys want to check that out. But for the quality you're getting, I think they are good to start off with, especially for beginner artists that want to try out good quality watercolors. This is a good place to start. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that review and enjoyed this painting. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this dessert series, or if I should just do something else. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep painting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!